See.
Share Ghana gas no more attack. GRA no more attack. Bank of Ghana no more just penny BD. The Ghana mo siga Omama. We go back is a company. Papers now let's say Obensio. Senka Sadeno ba na ayese almost shushu inka ebia na eruption no akoye more. But more of a propaganda. You understand? In my honest view, it is good say omuwie the akoma attorney general. To me akosi bibi. That is not to say abanda dano so bi wo mu na oye bibi na enemra no ebo ebra. Aban don't have that. They have the right to investigate whatever investigation, but they must make sure they also go according to the law. Over so correct wrongs are. You don't use wrongs to correct wrong. Just recently, your friend is saying, Deputy Executive Secretary for French National Service, National Secretariat. You to abawi me kwa na emwa ono onyo na head wo ho nso bibia ono picture na National Service then or outside to the extent the president muya etu gina as part of his state of nation address e ka say bi mo dwane obe declare mo wanted yan goje o ma asset and that omo ghost names to the tune of 80,000 or more people are between 50 billion a month. Masa.
President, no, I don't know who he is.
Masa. Yeah, sometimes no. Yeah, kasa. Yen so yen dream who be kakra. So let me tell you. Who a list of Omo National Service here 100,000. Ata yipo. Or a list of workers are here 100,000. Over to the ghost name 80,000 account.
David.
Ghost names are who maybe no crazy ghost names or maybe 200 view. 80,000, 80% of the original list.
Be in fear 90 years, be in fear 80.
What be that?
Be your national.
Who president now over ourselves no. Oje won say and I dem now so okay. And based on that as I'm conform no cry ya jelly omo pansa omo for instance, Gifty, or we do Tuesday. Before then, now minority leader, NIB boss, not to create unnecessary tension and all that. Go ahead and question airport, that giddy, and the handcuff for shell. I said they were Koreaska until say you may declare so Koreaska and I said Bibisa. So we had a smooth way. She reported at the NIB around 4 or 5 on Tuesday. I'm interrogating over 5 hours, 11, 12 hours. Man, come person detaining the crowd, and the engineer will say, "Look, I've only paying yourself. We invited to put in the first place. There's no official letter showing someone invite. Or no, about. Tinya dia ojan. Me and Kasame engineer assign man. Okay. Na ijan. Esombra anopa. That is Wednesday. Okay. Detain. The interrogation. Yeah. Then the Thursday was a holiday. That's 6 March. Timothy Omra Friday. About Friday, or 3-4 hours. I must you. Nankamo will be any night confrontation, but the background on Tonko. Of course, I said 2 hours time. I must have friend. Or by all of a sudden, almost say, and this and the lawyers baho, and he say, giddy, almost the narco inside. Now, almost the car, this you no 2, almost the call. The lawyers or Omwe baby. Eventually, a Tracy and Omodene call NIB headquarters. Friday, Nimre. Don't him say, Titina first, no, because I'm running chess, Uchi Obia, won't mean detain more than 48 hours. Even who will be, I was ordering a court. It was the first, no, who be a baby that say, yeah, or 2 fiada, they will do to Saturday, Sunday, and 2. This time, Supreme Court rule say 48 hours. 48 hours. It doesn't matter whether it's Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. It will be fiada. What do you mean trying for them court Monday? Yeah. You understand? To the extent said the court is even open said that remand will be on Saturday. You can go to the court for it to be done, which is done all the time. Don't change a Friday, you know. Not just a Saturday. It's a Sunday, baby. I know for 48 hours. That's who say ministry on me. Now also, you know, Saturday, you know. And they could feel they wanted to go and search her, but they could search warrant. I feel one and now I knew nobody coin. So she's still cooperating with them. She goes there and all that. All that we are saying is that so why upon the from Rakwan so
for the 8 years NPP are buying Sabrina now oh yeah church for 4 penny and Sanabasiga
I believe strongly say Niamakoye. For instance, budget I read and raya. All those say baby you know one shadanya who did it until who said that anti finance I say who say nema ye no budget more on better yeah. For instance, so share total international reserves of the country over the years. You to me grow now maybe 2.5 months, 2 months of GDP all the time. For the first time in the history of this country. Even IMF condition crash, say, or see it to be grown 3 months. The NPP are buying air con. You grown 4 good months.
I see.
8.5 billion dollars reserves. $8.5 billion dollars. I say to rent to Ghana. Now you to me. From our exporter. Sika ye wo ha. You bet you they import oil. That is the fuel. For 4 good months. How many countries the way we are here? They are capable and their economy is so resilient. Said that for 4 months on your second fee baby and obey to me a survival. It has never happened in this country before. With all the difficulties, your GDP grew by 5.7% in the year 2004.
Yeah.
Check all other countries in the world. Countries, we only have 5 countries in the world that on GDP after recession from COVID. It to me by 5.7%. The total GDP from $350 million in the year 2016, I take you over. You grow your economy, you know, to 1.2 trillion Ghana cedis.
I see.
1.2 trillion Ghana cedis. You should never you to me here within 8 years. You see, and I feel budget here and this is for here. And I say, who do what the NPP people must tell themselves? Who say you too Kromano? One of the things Uncle Foka, you gain your milk, the beer. Kroma say,
when you say milk, I'm
on petty. I think I met me a year. Now, Mupai will be a milk. That's exactly what we see now. Because social budget here. The papa bia fufuro bia ensheda enim the woman dey wo hoda da no ebia yakapo te say get fan say yakapo a yusu capes the expenditure no a cost specific area na dey account for recurrent expenditures in year kakra and then no so omuntu me nya sika from budget to fund the free SHS nti you see ye cap no efiso Sasika no and be funny free SHS. Eno den. Ebi people for our we need to say this assembly common fund say hither to your time no na percentage e call assembly. And now there I agree. Percentage na call assembly no na enshare the bu enshare that enyedu papa. Ntina MMDC is no obo ho kire omo papa. For this government to say the 70% ebeko no, I think it's positive. So uncapping that and making sure because sometimes the needs of the people at the local level may be different from who needs auditing who determine a more. For that one, I perfectly agree. You understand? For instance, social BBT say tax refund account here. All that they've done is to reduce the amount of refund from 6% to 4%. What that means is that it's going to free up additional resources for buying use in other areas.
And today, I want to share who be a unique.
Some would be na 24-hour economy in Yama. I wanted to see, say, 24-hour economy, no. Maybe a policy, they said that I can be keke. You buy Omatic committee, a Gusitano, a Danoa, Omoya Huejuma, 3 months in Omutumi, and Ya Huejuma. But I wanted to see a policy or some expenditure item, I should say. Sasike na you be used to during the year need to make the 24-hour economy. But I can tell you, say 24-hour economy. All that is going to do is that if your SOEs are your one, na ye kwasho mo kente chichira munye djuma na jo because economy here is driven by demand and supply. So nipa no kra normal hours now oye djuma no kra no on to me and produce enough capacity to produce and supply. Usa ko fan nipa because workers are say Rebecca Juana Juno or say you amoka whether or not to me aye juma ebe commensurated to say during the day. And you must know, the more your workers or your citizens work in the evening, there are other consequences ever. Omo hypertension, diabetes, in your man. So the body is structured in a way. I was say anajo oda. Ujiwa home. Ujiwa who said omo we nurses, ne police running them. Omo call night. Uba during the day. Ujimi nya be say 8 hours sleep. Yeah. To say the enka o de enyumra. So we must take account if they are going to, which they I doubt whether they are going, because
Mabani Mahama wouldn't know then and now was the style I change.
Well, I think that it's been a bit more better than before as we speak now. Because you see, even if it is semantics, it's trying to do something. The only hypocrisy that I see so far is that Unse Nanadu Dankwa Kufado fa to ne ho say Galamsey Obesiano. Sebinya NPP na de Galamsey by da. But he made it a topical issue to the sense of the presidency at also. A year do be and then this if we consel back then so no year yeah. A year de account be and you lose in some of the Galamsey constituents because Upper danger east and west, better than Kelusu. Yelusu Bakon, the last one. Yes, I Lusu Bakon, you winning the Yelusu. You understand? So it's really, really hard at effects. It's mean say a few hui. Because by now you saw no. But the reports we are seeing, it means that it's becoming worse. To the sense that this time, I'm saying, almost 2 months here. For all this. Where I see 3 months, State of the Nation address. Yanti say President even this budget, Yanti any measures we are putting in place in order to support the fight against Galamsey. Clearly, you can see the hypocrisy, knowing very well. Because look, I knew, said the NDC. There's no way they were going to do anything to solve Galamsey. Even in the midst of the challenges I hear can cry. Okay, 2020 election, 2020. Yamin, and in Galamsey areas, telling them, say, Omoba to Galamsey. I remember in the year 2008, Atames went to Prisia and told them, say, a good year and a good, Yamin de Achaye. No, nobody president. Se castle hokra na good wa. Obema mo two. And that emboldened them to do all that. You can see clearly, say the semantics and all that, but in reality, Minjidi say they are adding anything. Maybe I can say Nipa to be achieving GDP growth of 5.7. Now say I feel me growth me me predecessor nya no kra me dey bet so about 4.1 clearly it should tell you
John
it should tell you reserves are nya 4 months also met so about 3 months what it means is that say a month of GDP say $2 billion they are going to use that $2 billion on recurrent expenditure because you must also know say on capping most of these statutory funding most of this statutory funding is used for infrastructure development what it means is that they are going to use it for recurrent expenditure. That is why you can see clearly say even though they say so you barely the meat is in the details. Uko budget ni muankasa. Now call allocation my year for the presidency. Yeah. Even though I will accuse the presidency in the does now we want to no. Almost sika ya allocated to the presidency. There's 3 times.
Not India.
Because keke. You understand? And you know, Kraumun said the Omo Kano, Yadia Ombe to me, aye. And because that is what the ordinary
Sika be breedy, Paradox, Sika to have and
say the attendant said, Oma to Sikano so. Now Nipana Dawson, ministers and also as compared to get the
I'm saying,
because I can tell you on authority. Say, fellows Kwachi, it to me tonight. Presidency actual letters ma nko for say omunko SOEs enkoye corporate directors ho to say baby to say go and say I a purely professional and business entity omo employment in Yemana is guided by companies act and regulations. The only people you can change is your board of directors and your managing director. And even that, you can do that at an emergency annual general meeting. Now, what change? Because those are the ones who are appointed. But in terms of management there, you don't have the right to do so. On the almost serial callers, organizers, even though also ministers here need deputy no presidential staffers are responsible for regions ninina sika ninina ohia car ohia accommodation ohia allowance ohia we it even though over to budget so they say no deception. Okay. Yes, you can win in the short run. In the long run you'll be exposed. In the law, it's a betting task anyway. I don't have a problem. I don't blame the minister. So only a bemu, a young kind only income tax amendment actor, and no have 3-prong tax component, a lottery tax, and a betting tax on tax on gaming, on tiasi. John to me equity wins on lottery, as the same as betting tax. You understand? And we must make it clear.
About technocrats almost with him, man.
Oh, say technocrats, they open term now at trauma. And until now, you're penny, to be your dad in a kind. Because you know, whether at the party level, at the corporate level, technocrats in your moment, the bar, when I penny. Now to me, nyadaji. What nyadaji and this is what will happen to you. Embarrassment. Total embarrassment. And it tells you the haste at which on person will prove a point. You understand? Instead say we will withdraw and now we abolish betting tax. Now we abolish a friend is saying lottery withholding tax on lottery. I think quickly, Brana, and to Asukakrana, the Ghanaian